Ooh.
So we should be going live. But I've not.
Is everybody enjoying the snow?
Yeah. Oh, ours is gone.
I did enjoy it walking into work this morning. But other than that, as Ken said, it hasn't lasted for us.
Ah, yep, there we are. We're up and running on the YouTubes.
Cool.
Yeah, just got Moses.
Good evening to everyone who is out there. There's at least 5 of you, which is that's 2 more than we started with the last week, which is a bonus.
Hi everyone.
So welcome and hi. Stick a name in the chat, and then we know who's there, and we can give a shout out to the peoples. You got quite a lot of snow up there, then, have you, Martin?
We had about 2 inches, and it lasted about 6 hours. That's about it.
Oh, right, because I've seen pictures of Buffington Way, and it's horrendous. Barnes White, good evening. Yeah, so up to seven watchers. So as we were saying, just stick your name and say hi, because then we can see and say hello to you. So introductions, if you haven't been here before, I'm Ken the Eccentric Man. To my whoever it is, could be to the right. Must remember that it's the opposite arm. That is crazy.
I will put my hand up so if it's my name.
Yeah, put it up nicely, John.
Yeah, right, I will do.
And joining us once again, is Martin. I'll just introduce him for us. From Green Dragon Game.
That was a really cool.
Lionheart, good evening. And
I don't want to tell you this, Ken, but that was probably the worst introduction I've ever heard in my life.
I'm getting better.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
All the time.
Oh,
Where did that come from?
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Yeah.
A bit like painting. Painting makes, well, don't make perfect, but it makes it better.
I have seen, because I've had the Hearts of Lard Day is on the 18th of March, and I have seen your name, Paul Cross. I have seen your name on it, so it'll be nice to catch up there. And who else is going? Gary Neeson. So that's good. So a little of what have we been up to in the last 2 weeks, really. And we'll have a look at what people have been painting shortly. But John and myself went off to Hammerhead and took our Ding Dong game. I think we saw some people up there, which was nice to say hello.
Yep.
And that was good. We did see James from Shakeout on Sprues, and there were some other people as well. So that was very good. So what did we do? Let's see if we can share some of the pictures from Hammerhead. I didn't take very many because we were at the table more or less all day. We played 3 games throughout the day, and it was a good little bit of jollity. So let's see what we can do. Share screens. We've got to mess about with all this thing again, haven't we? Oh dear. Right, so what do we got to pick up? We've got to pick up down in our windows. Let's cancel that for a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. Right, excellent. That's brought that one down. I will get used to StreamYard at some stage in the millennium. But as it happens, right, so we are okay.
I don't think we'll be around for the next one.
No, don't go there.
Well, we won't be around for the next one. Not in case I don't think we will be.
You sure?
Yeah. When is the next millennium?
Yeah. We got Lazy Pirate Painting, so good evening to you. 2 Swings. Cake Wither, aka Mr. Wilkins here.
I think I've made these 2.
Was it not Gavin Williamson that had so many names? We got Mortzerk, and Leon T66. Good evening, Leon. I've got me Hammerhead. Where have we lost? Where have I put that? No, I've seems to have lost that.
Moving on swiftly to the news segment, the next segment of the broadcast.
Yeah. Where did they go? Oh, that's it. Yes. I've been extra, what's the word? Efficient. And I did a whole file to the show bit. And forgot
where you put the file.
Yeah. So here we go. We should be okay now. Okay, share screen. Window. Aha, there we are.
There's us.
That's us. Oh, we can scroll in a little bit. So we took our World War II game, Ding Dong, and you can see there we've got the Fallschirmjägers on the right, and we've got our church on the left, and over there, just by the hand, is the British that are going to be coming on. The scouts here have got to give a warning from the phone box, and then get to the church to fix the bell. A good little bit of fun. Oh, and yes, we had these two lads that came along, and they came along last year, and this year they wanted to play again, so that was a bonus. They liked that, and they took on their dad, and they were very sneaky, weren't they, John?
They did something that no other person has ever attempted to do.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, no one's ever attempted to do it in all the times we've done this game.
Can I
Even
just-
playing it, even practicing it at the shop.
These are the scouts that are supposed to be getting to the church to notify the home guard and fix the bell. And you can see they aren't alive anymore. Totally broke the game with some really sneaky little work, didn't they, John?
Yeah, they were helped along a little bit, weren't they?
They were helped along a little bit by John. Yeah. It was funny, wasn't it? And here's the top of the bell tower, and you've got this is from a different game when the scouts did actually get to the bell tower, so that was a bonus for them. And we've got our home guard with the I think they've got a Vickers and standing up on the tower. So let's we got another.
What size table was it? 6x6.
Sorry, Martin.
What size table was it you were using?
6x4.
It looks square. 6x4.
Ah, yeah, it's a 6x4 with a 2x6 added onto it to put our gubbins on it.
Right, got you.
So that would make it, wouldn't it? Probably 6x6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good bit of fun. Good bit of fun. And that's probably the last event that we're going to take it to. And we'll be designing a new one shortly. So let's just see. We've got Wolf of Quebec joined us. Good evening, and Duncan FX. Good evening. Paul's saying he missed us at Hammerhead. We were pretty busy with a few people around it, so that was good. Oh, Two Swings will be at Hearts of Lard with your Raiders of the Lard. I saw that, and I can't remember if I did actually put myself down for Raiders of the Lost Lard. But I'm playing Penzance Pirates or something like that, and a Chain of Command game in the afternoon. So yeah, we'll say we will say hello. Right. So what else in the documents pile? We've got bits and pieces from Hammerhead, didn't we? I picked up. Mm-hmm. What things did I I buy. John bought a whole host of things at Hammerhead,
Yes.
but I was very good and didn't spend very much.
Did you get the bases you were after?
No. They didn't have them. So funny enough, you saying that, I placed an order of them last night. I've ordered them all through our account.
Yeah.
I've got all them coming now.
Yeah, here's what I bought. These are gravestones for Tombstone for our cowboys, Wild West. So either Dead Man's Hand or What a Cowboy when it comes out. So if you've seen pictures of tombstones, you know that all the graves are, they couldn't dig into the ground very far because it's so hard. So they just piled rocks on top, didn't dig too deep, and then stuck rocks on top. So I couldn't be bothered to stick lots of stones together. So when we were at, I can't remember what show it was when we saw them last time, probably at Selweg, and I suggested that they made some tombstone graves, and they did. So I bought a few when we got to Hammerhead. And then on the right is the rafts. Let's have a little look. You can have a little look more in detail at the graves. Yeah, so they're a bit of fun. I might cut them in a couple of them in half and make some other little piles of stones. So here we've got one of their basic rafts. Fairly straightforward little kit. So I bought 2 of those to go with the one that I had. So that's 3. Those people who play Rebels and Patriots, there is a scenario in it where you have 3 rafts and the rafts are going down the river, and you've got to try and pick up points. So we'll get round to building them at some stage. Now I'm getting very excited because it's getting close to What a Cowboy release date. It's not been published yet, the date of release, but I have this strong, sneaky suspicion that it will be Salute. I reckon that is going to be the case. So a little bit of thing here. You've got action dice. Can you read that? So again, it very much like the Too Fat Lardy's activations. So if you've played Chain of Command or What a Tank, you know that each dice here has a different action that you can do. So on here, you've got your different moves and actions, and shoot, reload, aim. And Aces High is much like a wild card. And that was the table that was set up for it. John Savage, who is the instrument of What a Cowboy. Very nice table. In fact, he got I think he got the best put together table award. So, yeah, a good little game that it'll be. But as you can see here, you've got little chips down there, and you've got different. You normally play with 2 characters, but there is also an opportunity to have a little gang with you, where you've got a few more. So this was set in the 1920s, so it transfers from the Wild West up to the Roaring 20s quite nicely. And John said people enjoyed running around with the Thompson submachine gun, spraying bullets everywhere. Not that they necessarily hit anything, but they were just jumping out and firing their submachine guns. So that could be a little addition to it. And that was about me for Hammerhead. And John, what about yourself?
Well, I bought quite a bit. I managed to buy a lot of stuff off the Bring and Buy they do. Bought a load of books on English Civil War history. I bought some terrain that you'll be seeing later on. Flags. You bought some flags as well, didn't you?
Hey?
You bought some. Did you buy some English Civil War flags?
No, I didn't buy any flags in the end because I couldn't work out what I wanted.
Right, so I bought some of the
story of my English Civil War flags.
Yeah.
But I've decided on it now. I've got an idea. I've got the colours. I just don't know what the devices because nobody knows they were, so I can make them up, and nobody will know the difference.
So
I'm good to
I
go.
picked them up, some flags from Flags of War, off of the can't
Eagle
think of
Miniatures.
Eagle Miniatures. And I also bought some of their Eagle Miniatures.
Blackman. I've got a
Pikeman.
problem John every now and again because he's getting old.
Got a Pikeman. What else did I buy? Couple of coffees.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I think that's about all I bought. I can't actually remember anything else I bought.
Yeah,
I bought a cutting mat.
cutting mat, yeah.
You know the cutting mats that you can get. I like using them.
He's going to pick it up now and he's going to block the whole camera off.
No, where is it?
Whilst he's hunting around for that, Wolford, Quebec, yep. Oh, you're going to do a show, models. You're doing a local model show on the 25th at the local museum. Excellent. We did enjoy ourselves at the Stevenage Museum, and we'll probably do that again next year. John spotted a real bargain at Hammerhead on the bring and buy. It was just a little, well, it wasn't such a little envelope, was it?
It was quite big.
It was put up for 15 quid, MDF buildings and and it just had Pavlov's house written on it. And so he pointed it out to one of our lads, and he went off to buy it. And when he brought it back, it had at least 3 Charlie Foxtrot kits in it, a Pavlov's house with all its bits, a couple of Sarissa kits, and it's like 15 quid. And it was what a bargain.
Oh, and I picked up Lion Rampant, didn't I? Same bloke.
The Who, the best he's ever had.
Yeah, I picked up Lion Rampant, the new Lion Rampant 2.
Oh,
He was selling it, yeah, for £3.
Lion Rampant, the new edition, 2nd edition book, pristine condition, more or less, wasn't it?
Yep.
3 quid. Unbelievable.
And I will be honest, I didn't buy it for myself. I bought it, and it's now on the shelf in the shop. And also Slav, that's the chap who bought the buildings. He also got 25 built Waffen SS for £5, and they've been painted as well, but he's going to change the paint on them. And I found what I bought.
Picked up some Fireforged dwarves for a new project.
Top of the screen now. There you go. I don't know if you can actually see what's on there.
And your first Everlast Valley Terrain. Oh, they are good. I like them. Oh yeah, John's showing off his.
Because it's got my favourite aircraft on.
We just need to freeze that and have Leroy was here there, wasn't it? Oh no, Kilroy, wasn't it?
That's a P-47 Thunderbolt.
Shakos and Sprues. And James, nice to see you at the show and say hello.
Talking over me, isn't he, eh?
Yeah. Don't get cut up about it, John. Just use your mat.
Shut up.
Yeah, so that was
what's next?
Well, yeah, so we will be doing a new game at probably at Selwyn, won't we? I've got to try and set it up and get it all going.
Yeah, I had an inspirational moment.
Oh, John did, yes.
And I reeled off what we could do.
Yeah.
And everyone liked it, so that's what we're going to do. But we just finalised it.
There was some cracking stuff. You should have gone for it, James, because it was a really good pack of stuff. Yeah.
He was one of these chaps who just went along there, sold everything. He wanted to sell it. He just wanted to get rid of it, so he put it on his stand at a ridiculously low price, and he sold everything he had. He had a massive the Warlord Viking starter box set with some other figures all in it. There must have been about 120 quid's worth of figures. He wanted 50 quid for it.
And
he sold it. It went. I think he sold everything he had. But then you had other people who were selling things at ridiculously stupid prices. When I say stupid prices, I mean too expensive.
Yeah.
Take them back home with them.
All right.
Well,
so
there was some that some people actually did buy, and I thought, wow, they paid all that for that, and it wasn't that well painted. But there you go.
So that was Hammerhead, and I don't know how we got into this. I think John mentioned it 2 weeks ago.
What? What did I mention? Oh, yeah.
Yes. What did we do on Wednesday night?
Okay. This is the Frostgrave table that I've built. Now, that bit in the middle and the hills, all the hills, I picked up at Hammerhead. I picked up at Hammerhead. I picked all that up at Hammerhead. But they never looked like that. They were green with grey rocks, and I repainted them all in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And sprayed some trees and done some work on my old fantasy tower. Yeah, so that's our table.
For Kings of War. So our starter armies that John's been busily working on is Northmen. And we'll have a little closer look because he's
I've taken some individual photos.
Yeah, painted over the last 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Well, no, because I painted some. I showed some off in the last video.
Yeah.
But you'll see all the ones I've painted over this when you do my individual photos.
Yeah. So that was a starter. A few of those.
They're on temporary. Everything's on temporary bases at the moment because I'm still working on bases, and I've just ordered all the MDF bases. So these are all different card. I showed the scarecrow and that off last time.
Yeah.
They're the Night Stalkers. So they're like an evil, demon-y sort of like mutated creature range.
Yeah, so this unit here on the left was quite tough on the night. They were quite tough.
Yeah, they rolled 20 dice for an attack.
Yeah.
But I got away with taking them out in the next game.
Yeah. Kings of War.
Kings of War, yes.
Yeah.
Being promoted mainly by myself because we're selling it in the shop now. So I want to get sort of like promoted. I played it in the first edition. I really enjoyed it. And then everyone stopped playing it. So I'm hoping. I think we've got about a few people involved at the moment.
How long does a game take to play?
Well, we played 4 players. We played it in an evening, easy.
Yeah,
it was only 1,000. It was only 1,000. Well, it was 775 points. Yeah. They reckon 1,000-point ambush game you can get done in an evening. And there's slightly different rules for it.
1,000 points ambush.
Well, this with the ones I'm painting this week to add because I'm trying to add more units, at least one of each side units every week. So next week on Wednesday there'll be 2 new units.
Hit hard but can't take a hit back.
So
no, they couldn't take a hit back, but they killed 3 units.
We got these geezers here. These are going for the Northern Alliance. They are ice golems, so they're being painted up. And then I've got these very weird looking creatures. I can't remember what they're bloody called. Night
Friends of General Haig.
A really weird looking.
Yeah.
Sprayed white. And the table we're playing on is got to have loads of ruins. So I've got these which are from Javis. We sell them in the shop. Nice little ruins. I've got 6 of them, 6 different ones. So yeah, there's one I painted. I've just been painting these ones. I painted the ground brown, so I'm going to dry brush all that white. And then do all the
bolt action as well, isn't
it?
They'll be all right for bolt action them as well.
They do some good stuff for bolt action. They also do like little like dugouts, which are great if you can want to put your machine gun in there or something, make a little diorama for your machine gun rather than having it on just a round base. And they're about the same size. They're good. Yeah. Javis, you can't order direct from them because they only supply to the retail, but lots of places sell them. There's loads of places sell them.
Yeah, a lot of train shops have it, don't they?
Yeah. So Kings of War, I didn't have that on my horizon 2 weeks ago.
Nor did I.
No. There we are. So that was that. So let's should we have a little look at what we've been doing over 2 weeks painting wise. So
who we starting with?
We'll start with Martin.
Go on,
thank you very much.
I will carry on doing some more painting while you're discussing. And
okie doke. Share screen, window, and share.
If I can get the pot open. Big game.
There you go, Martin. Take it away.
Oh, Morgan Glorium.
Yeah, this is my Republican Rome, mid-war, we had the Hisazi, the Princeps, and the Terrari. So that at the moment, that's probably half of the Picto force that I've been working on. That's a side project that I'm waiting on bases to come from eBay for them to do them. But the little black bit round the infantry figures is actually a 3D printed movement tray that I've done. So there's two stands in each tray just to make it easier to do. I've also done the larger ones that take 4 bases as well. If I go up to the next level up, so as you got Picto, is it Magna next, and then Pacto? Is it? What's the
Pacto, Magna, and then
Maximus.
Yeah,
Maximus. Yeah. So the next one, the Pacto one, I've done bases twice the size of that, so they'll take 4 stands of infantry for that one. But I'm just going to get the Picto force done first.
Yeah.
So it's Pacto. So you're doing the Pacto force, yes?
Yeah. At the moment, yeah.
And then you go up to Magna.
Yeah.
That's what we've done. We've done Magna and Maximus.
Yeah. The Magna's sort of twice the size, isn't it? The Pacto one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mm.
And then
with I thought with movement trays, if you go up to the Maximus one, you could also use it for Hail Caesar. Yeah, that's the plan. So you can use it for different size games and different games as well. Because also with them being on those 4 to a 15 by 40 base, you can also use it for DBA as well.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we've put all ours on DBA size bases.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. That's a side project. That's when I get 5 minutes of, well, not 5 minutes. If I get an hour, I'll do a strip of 4 figures for that, and it's a slow going project that. But I've got some more of it done this week, so I thought, I'll show you where I'm getting on with that.
Just recapping back, Lazy Pirate was saying that for Kings of War 1,995 up to 2,300 are the tournament list sizes at the moment.
Yeah.
Leon saying Kings of War halflings are very nice.
They are. I do like that, pig engine or whatever it is. They do like I've got it in the shop. It's like a walking engine. But it's an animal.
Who makes these? Is it Max Mini? Pegasus Knights.
No, yeah, Pegasus Knights. Yes.
Pegasus Knights.
Yeah, Stu bought some of them today.
Did he?
Yeah, he picked them up today. Yeah, Pegasus Knights on flying pigs.
Is it dwarves or halflings on flying pigs?
It's halflings on flying pigs.
Yeah.
The Max Mini do a superb range.
Shaker and Spruce, and he keeps meaning to give Mega go. We have played it a couple of times, and we do like it, but I think you've got to play it for a good couple of months, haven't you? I would have thought, John.
Yes. And
sadly, we're far too scattergun in our approach to war games.
We were going to play, because you just finished your Egyptians and I finished my Syrians, and we were going to play about 3 weeks ago.
We were, and then
just things got in the way. Just now gone on a back boiler because we're doing other things.
Yeah, but we will get there. We will get there. So so that's a start for you there, Martin. And you've put a couple of videos up, haven't you? Your 8th Army one.
Yeah, the 8th Army's nearly finished. I think I've sent you a picture for that. And also, I thought I'd finished New War of the Roses, and then my viewers decided no, do more units. So I'm now doing Richard Neville, and that. So
I think that was a good decision. Get him done, and then that's it, finished.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at John's painting, shall we?
Right, hang on a minute. Let me just put this down.
You carry on, and I'll just pick it up.
Just wanted to get the brown done on the building so I can dry brush and white for the snow.
Right, because it takes me a bit of time to work this way. Hey, and up and running.
Let me start him. Right, here we go. All of these have been done with speed paint. So that's sort of like that's the two commanders. I should really have the bit of paper in front of me to tell you what they're called, but I can't remember.
Yep. And why are you doing that? What's it got?
I don't know where they are, Ken.
Lazy Pirate.
No, they're at work. I can't do it. They're at work.
The big Iron Pig is a Iron Beast cracking
That's
model.
it. Yeah, I think that looks such a cool model. And of course, you can have balloons as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So I might do a half in once I've done the other two. They are hounds.
Good.
Look, Geiger inspired them, don't they?
So they're basically, yeah, they're weird. They are reapers, and they are the nasty ones.
They were.
Yes.
They need to be dealt with in a different way, don't they, than hand to hand.
I know how to deal with them. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Put the other. I'll show you the other ones we put in front of them.
Huh.
They're the reapers. All right. So these are the Northern Alliance. So these are the chaps I would put against the reapers. They have a 12-inch range with javelin. So if we were to put them in front of him, then we could just continually withdraw from them, throwing javelins at them, and pepper them down until they've hardly got any help, and then charge them.
There's a theory.
So whether it worked, doesn't matter. But yeah, they're the.
That was just on your painting table, wasn't it, the other week?
That's them all on the painting table. Yes.
Yeah.
There is more photos.
Was there more photos?
Yeah.
I can't remember where they went then.
Right. Okay. We got the English.
Hang on a minute.
I painted more than that.
Oh yeah, no. I'll do the English Civil War ones in.
No, but I painted more than that because there's the other warriors.
Yeah. No, I've just found them.
Or did you think they were the same?
There
Right,
you go.
there's the other warriors. There they are. So I painted all of them last. They were all painted last week. Well, the last 2 weeks, painted all them. And they're all they've all got orange hair. I made the whole army orange.
Showing the gingers some love.
Yeah. What I can't make my mind up is when you saw that terrain, I painted all the rocks blue, and I can't make my mind up whether I actually like it or not.
I think they should be probably rock color.
Yeah, I might repaint them all rock.
Yeah.
I wanted them blue, so I just thought if we paint them rock, then we'll turn up at 7 and somebody else will use all the terrain for something else.
That's true.
If it's blue, they're not going to use it for anything else, are they?
No. Lazy Pirate says a horror and an Icekin Master Hunter.
Thank you very much. All my books and all my lists are all at the shop because I thought, well, if I'm playing again next Wednesday, I'm not going to bring them home.
And
I might be leaving at the shop.
says, your clansmen are awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, no, you did do a good job on those because I was wondering how you were going to do those.
I was wondering as well. Don't worry.
Yeah. So we'll come on to ECW last, but let's have a look at what I've painted up if I can find it. Right, Ken's painting other. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, here we go. I'm just laughing to myself because I've seen what pictures are coming.
You've gone to the right folder, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, you get loads of dogs up on the picture.
Yeah. There we go. There's some ducks.
Proof that you're quackers.
Yeah, proving that I'm crackers.
Now, there was a bit of a debate here, wasn't there, Ken? Because we do a painting league. And you have the category 28mm, 15mm and above, 5mm and above. And Ken was asking whether they should go down to 28mm or not, because they are 28mm, but they're only like a duck. And I suggest they go on as 28, because if you paint something that's much more elaborate in 28, it compensates.
I mean, I did base paint them, and then I washed them, and then I highlighted them.
They're 28 mil, mate. They might be small, but they're 28 mil.
Yeah. Good evening, Andy. How you doing?
So they like exploding ducks, are they? Like bombs?
No, these were just ducks.
Just a little bit of scenery.
And then some mallards to go on the duck pond. I was given some. One of the guys, Glenn, who came along to play it a couple of times, and I've met him a couple of times at the Too Fat and Lardy days. Gave me a pack of ducks to go with the scenery for Ding Dong, so I did have to paint them, and that was them. But they're done, and mostly I've been painting ECW. But on Wednesday, I picked up this. Max Mini's Ogres, and I just had to paint it because I like them. And this is their Swordmaster, and this is the first figure for my Kings of War army. I was umming and ahhing whether to go for the War Games Atlantic Langeneck army, and I'm thinking that it's probably going to be too much trouble because he was bad enough to paint. So yeah, so that was the first one, and then I'll do the rest of the ogres, mostly all Max Minis, I think, because they look a very nice little range. So that was the first one, and there you go, John. You can see
and they're all resin as well. They're not.
Yeah, they're all resin, aren't they?
And they go together very well.
Painted the eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I painted the eyes.
Waste of time.
How big's the figure?
I think you're going to have to paint the eyes on the big ones, sadly.
Yeah, well, yeah. I painted the eyes on my giant. That's the first thing I've ever painted eyes on, and the last one, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm of that belief. You know, you play from about 3 foot away. You don't see the damn eyes when you're playing the game, so why worry about them?
Well, that's it. So that's with them. That was quite good. I did enjoy painting that. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be liking to paint all that, the rest of them.
Yeah, but the rest of the army, if you go Max Mini, aren't in that costume, are they? They're in more like the GW.
That is it, yeah.
Right,
I'm just trying to look around my webcam if you see me ducking and diving. So this is the our ECW update. This is what John had got done painting wise. He had painted up his Hawk Bussiers.
Yes.
Which
that was last year. That was the photo from last one.
Yeah, that was the photo from last one. And then we are finished.
There you go. That's them all done now. That's the first unit done. When I painted them, as you all know, if you watched the last video or were present, I weren't overly keen on doing them. You know, I was struggling with them. I just thought, I'm not really keen on these, don't like them. And now I've done them and they're on the base. They look really good. And I was quite pleased with how they came out.
Yeah. So people in the chat, John, is saying that they look very nice.
Thank you.
And they like the horses. Yeah, you did a very nice job on those. So that was John's unit of cavalry. We're trying to.
We've got about 5 more to do, haven't we?
Yes.
Something like that.
5 more cavalry units, and
5 more each.
I painted up a cavalry unit. Let's pick them up. That was mine. The lobsters. So a bit of bit of cavalry. Jump off of them. Yeah. So Arthur Hazelrig.
Are they cuirassiers, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cuirassiers, yeah.
Yeah. I can't find that the Royalists had any, which is a pain.
No, they did.
Not in what we're doing, mate.
Not in Cheriton.
No.
Bargain. I'm ahead of the game then.
That means I've got a box of cuirassiers I don't need. Hey, do you want some more cuirassiers?
I can actually have up to 2 units.
Yeah, do you want some more, mate? Because I can't use them.
All right, I might have to have them then. I'm not sure what they are. We'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys, for the nice comments. So that was the cavalry, and I've been painting up, as John's been painting up his Kings of War. I've been painting up an infantry unit.
Yeah, so I'm lagging behind a little bit. So
yeah, but in the meantime, once I've got these ones done, and I should have these sort of finished by Sunday, I would hazard a guess. I'll do an American Civil War unit, one of the rebel units, and that'll keep me busy for a week.
And next week I'm going to build another musket and pike unit next week.
And then we got our musketeers. So that's the first set of musketeers, and I've got another set that I've got all the base coats on, and I've washed them, so they're ready to roll for the next stage of highlights. So we'll get them sorted out. And when are you putting in another order to war bases, John?
Last night.
All right, excellent. You put in for the.
Why? What do you need?
It was just the bases.
Yeah, I forgot to order them.
You forgot to order them.
I forgot them. I knew there was. I was doing them last night. And I thought there's something I'm missing here. Sorry, mate. But I can also get them from Sarissa. So
did you order the command base?
Moving on.
You know then, will it?
I was so sorted out on doing Kings of War and doing Impetus. I totally forgot.
Yeah, that you forgot.
Oh, nuts. Oh, well, never mind. I'll do another order.
We're okay, John.
I'll do another order. Or I'll get them from Sarissa.
Yeah.
Because they do bases as well.
Yeah.
And I've got to do a Sarissa order as well, so.
Friends of General Hayes says 2mm 20p bases with 5mm magnets holes for me, 20 of them. Yeah. Oh well, that's okay. So I can I'll just paint them up and they'll be ready for basing. I can do the basing of the musketeers anyway. It'll just be hanging on for the pikemen.
Yeah.
Oh, what you say? One of the dogs has come in and he wants the other one to move chairs. Yeah, you done it. You fell for it. You always fall for it, don't you?
Musical chairs.
He never learns. Never mind, dog. Yeah. So that's the ECW coming along. But as I say, once I've done those, I'll do another unit of American Civil War because that'll be good.
And that'll give me time to catch up.
Yeah, that'll give us time to catch up within that. So that's not so bad. Ooh. Just updating me iPad, YouTube, just to see what's going on that. Yeah, it all seems to be going along well. So what else do we got? Last thing, if people saw it, got to go and get the folder up again. It was a little look at the resin from Warlord Game.
Yeah.
And Yeah. Let's so excuse the dry brushing on the leggings. Wasn't particularly good, but if you've seen my video, if not, I would suggest having a look at it, because it's one of the new Resin Plus models, and this was one that was sent out to Lost Ark Games to have a little look at as the retailers, and as a sample of your new Resin Plus being sent out. It wasn't very good, was it, John?
No,
it was not very good.
When, obviously, I gave it to you to do a review of it, and you found lots of problems with it.
You could do things that they said. They said you could cut it off, and I did, and lost the foot, so I had to cut both of them off and then stick a British boot on it on both feet. They said you could scrape bits off, and I did. I scraped the knobbles off the helmet. It said you could sand it, which I did, and you can sand it with a fine sander. And they said you can paint it without priming it, and I did. So I used Vallejo paints. I then put an army painter wash over it, and then I noticed some little bubbles on top of the helmet, and it peeled away. And then you can now see on the paintwork, it's just lifting up and bubbling. And this was after a couple of days. I primed the hat with Vallejo Air and painted that over, and that seemed to hold it. But you can see on the arms, shoulders, straps, it didn't take it very well. So no. I do think it really needs to. It does need priming.
As I said to Ken when he told me about it, everybody paints differently. Okay, some obviously young people copy other people, but we've all got different techniques of painting. And I'm wondering whether when they painted it, they did not put a wash on it, and the wash has gone on, which is a very obviously very liquid. It's not got no pigment in it really too much. Yeah. And that has gone onto the paint and gone below the paint and lifted then the paint off of the resin.
Did I wash it first?
I reckon happened. Because it's like a computer game. You can play a computer game and find bugs, but as soon as you start putting it out to everybody, there's thousands of people playing it. They find more bugs, and of course, this has gone out to people, and people are going to paint things differently, and they will find problems. Yeah. I think you should always prime a figure.
I think you should always prime it. I mean, I didn't wash it. So Paul's Paint Shed says, did I wash it first? I specifically didn't wash it first because they didn't say anything about washing it. I just followed what they said on their promotional advertising. It just said, you don't need to prime it. And it didn't say wash it. So I didn't. I
mean, that could have been the problem.
That could have been the problem. I don't think, because I linked to Troy at Sonic Sledgehammer. He painted one, and I don't think he washed it, but he did prime it. And his painting didn't come up like this.
No, I mean, for the amount of time it takes to prime something,
yeah,
just prime it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I primed what 1, 2, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 models this morning. I primed using a spray primer. Took me what, 15 minutes, if that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not.
Other things that were the problem with this,
It was small.
the ammo box that it was on, really poorly sculpted, not sharp, detail wise. The barrel of the gun, I couldn't get it to go straight. 3 times I put it in hot water to bend it, and it wouldn't. But I think there's an issue with the connection under the barrel with the box. So we shall see. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Is it resin or is it not resin? Because people have said it's Cyocast, but is it Cyocast Plus? So Cyocast, but with a bit of Warlord added ingredients. Yeah, so James is saying it's more of a thermoplastic Warlord resin. It's not really a resin. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I was given a sample on Wednesday night of Lancer Miniatures new 28mm range New Kingdom Egyptians, which are 3D printed resin. Is it printed, John?
It's 3D printed, yeah. They're 3D printed.
3D printed, isn't it? Yeah. But
he's made his own resin.
He's using a studio resin that he's sort of mixed together to come up with his figures. And I've got a few of those. I've got a chariot and I've got some infantry, and I'll have a look at those next week, and put this and put some pictures up and do a video for it.
They do look nice.
They do look really nice. They are bendy, a little bendy, but not overly. So we'll have a little look and see how they come up. Will I wash them? Well, I asked Keevan, do I need to wash them? And he said no. He said just prime them. So
because he's done that, he's actually painted a load himself for himself.
Yeah, hasn't he? So I'll just follow his instructions, prime them, and paint them. But we'll have a look. I'll see if I can find them quickly and show you them. Oh, not sure how they'll look. Let's get rid of this. But I might let's put me. Yep, I'll put them there, and I can minimise your people down.
We've gone small now.
You've gone small. Yep.
Small.
So we've got a chariot. Whether it'll work.
It was better without you moving it down, I think.
Yeah.
Before you move the light, mate, I think it was better. It's better.
So it's got a nice little bit of detail on it. There's the Pharaoh's chariot. Got a little bit of bend to it, but fairly solid to feel. Then the horses. They do look quite nice. And then the Pharaoh himself. Whoop, dropped it.
Because he's doing the Egyptians, which you've got, because he knows you like Egyptians, so he's giving you them. But he's also doing Hittites and Sea Peoples and Hebrew.
Yeah. So I mean, the detail on them is pretty good. So yeah, chariot riders and Axeman. Big Axeman. And they're pretty free of flash and supports.
Oh, Rob one.
So they must have had some supports on them, I would have thought. But yeah, so I'll have a little look at those and see how they come up. They look quite nice. So that will probably be instead of the American Civil War Regiment, but there we go.
Back on the back there.
It will just go on the. All right, so they are red copper miniature designs.
Yep.
Says Barnes White.
Yep, they are. That's the
They
company.
are.
I
You are
can't remember what they
correct.
were called. Yeah, he's got the license. He's got sort of like paid to have them so he can produce them.
Yeah. So they will be there. So that's been us for this week, really. Those who are watching, let us know what you've been doing. I know that Wolf of Quebec is going to be off to be doing his museum thing. So what else have people been doing?
Leon T66 did a nice video on the epic Python shot. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did, didn't he? He managed to get himself a sprue out of Warlord games. Well played, Leon. Yeah, they look nice, didn't they? I mean, I've seen a few people putting them up now, and they're doing quite a nice little job on them.
Is it persuading you? Is it twisting your arm?
No. I'll probably buy the Warlord Illustrated when it comes out next month and get a sprue of them and paint them up. But I don't think I'll be going that way.
No, not when you got the American Civil War finish.
No, because no, we got the American Civil War epic to paint up as well. So that's good enough, I think, for us.
Yeah,
and we keep putting it off as well.
Yeah,
I think deep down we don't really want to do it.
No, I do some every now and again.
Yeah, it's more me. I'm not. I find painting that small now, I just struggle.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I got the American Civil War commander boxes last week. They put a video up on them. They're nice. They're resin. I was expecting them to be metal, but they're actually resin.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is that. People have been using what's that? Valor and something or other rule set. It's been reviewed by Little Wars TV and somebody else. Valor and something.
Is it an American publication?
Valor and Fortitude. Is that what it is? Friends of General Haig? Yeah. So what have we got? Paul's paint shed. He's finished his Islemen and Highlanders for his Harlaw campaign. Just 12 minis to go. Ooh, almost finished. Excellent. Lionheart painting more epic ACW. Picked up the Zouaves and Cavalry Box and Cavalier War Game Show. Yeah. Valor and Fortitude. Yeah. Free on the Perry site. That's it. That's the Perrys who've published, isn't it? I think it's a very quick brigade level, if I remember right. But people seem quite interested in it, so it may be a useful one for the epic ACW.
Yeah.
Leon says he's finished his Austrian Uhlans. Will there be a video on those, Leon? And French General Haig says they're fast play black powder. Probably are, to be honest, aren't they? because they did a similar sort of thing for the ACW Battle in a Box, didn't they? They had their little quick play rules, and then I'll have a little nose at them, Valor and Fortitude or whatever it is. Yep, and see what they're like. Yeah. So yeah, we shall see. And James from Shakers and Spruce says, bit of everything this week. Black Seas. Oh, don't say those words. Victory at Sea. 28 mil war bases, buildings, and some Perry Russians. Yeah. Black Seas.
Stop saying it.
It's weighing heavily on my conscience. I can hear the wind in the sails from the cupboard.
I can't because I put them right at the back of the cupboard. Never to be seen again.
Hazed 100. Did I ever get? I did get the new iPad. And thank you very much for sending me some coffees. There you can see we're on there. And I have been using it ever since. But because the other one just wouldn't update. Black Seed is great fun. Yeah. I did quite like it.
I don't mind the game. It's the fault of painting them all.
I know. Oh no, we don't do the rigging. We just stick paper sails on.
Yeah, but it's still the painting of them because I painted all them ones for Charlie.
You did.
And that was enough to put me off.
Yeah. Lazy pirate painting up Kings of War armies at the moment. Rat
No,
King,
what one?
slaves, salamanders, Slive Kin, plus some War Games Atlantic World War II, Italians for the Western Desert Bolt action. Excellent. That's what we like to see.
There was a Kings of War game up at Hammerhead that I spent a lot of time watching and talking to him about. I must admit, they had some of the salamanders, and I thought they looked really nice. Really nice looking army.
Yeah. Yes, I must admit, it could be quite fun getting back into large scale fantasy. But it'll be ogres.
Quite big, that.
Because they are big.
Yeah.
That'd be the first army. We'll see what happens after that, shall we?
And you only have to have 3 or 6. And you could go up to 12 on a base.
Need a movement tray for them.
It's mostly 6s and 3s. So that's not bad. And what's Paul's painting more French Napoleonic infantry. It's never ending. Have we ever thought about doing a kit bash special, creating unique figures from your pile of unused sprues? No, we haven't.
I have done a bit of kit bashing. I did it on my 1941 American when I done the trucks.
You did, didn't you?
But I'm not a great person for doing kit bashing. I can't get on with doing it.
I mean, when I did my Canadians in Sicily, I used the 8th Army box, and I used the mid to late war Canadian box. I can't remember what else. I sort of think I threw a few more bits in, but they were a mix of those two, and they went together really well. Because basically there is sort of mix and match with those. I have been tempted just to experiment with turnip 28 figures. But I have this feeling that if I made some, I might get
worms.
I might get something contagious. I'd have to paint more turnip 28 stuff, so I'm thinking perhaps not. But we might have to do that for an evening, John and Martin and myself. Pick some plastic sprues out of the cupboard and see what we can put together. That would be an interesting mix. 28mm. I mean, what do people do with these sprues? Where do you store them? Just as sprues with bits on, or do you go through them and do you cut them all off and put them in little boxes and label them?
I used to, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
When I finish the army, I throw them away.
Wow.
Remember, I'm only a little bed set, and I ain't got a lot of room.
You are only in a little bed sit. That is true.
I've got enough unpainted figures.
I don't throw anything away. I have one of these tubs for each army, and in it is full of all the
little bits. Yeah.
I cut them all off sprues and put them all into tubs. So I've got loads of stuff for kit bashing.
I have got sprues of Republican Roman, Imperial Republican Roman, sprues of ancient German warriors, sprues of Napoleonic, sprues of French Napoleonic, British Napoleonic, all the bolt action sprues.
Yeah. I mean,
it's never ending.
If you do a War of the Roses, the amount of stuff you have spare of them sprues is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff left over off them.
Lazy Pirate says his aim is to paint all 28 armies, and at the moment he's doing 26. Now that is some application. That is. Wow. I mean, I did paint loads of Warhammer armies. I probably the only ones I didn't have was I don't think I had. Didn't have Dark Elves or Chaos Dwarves. Yeah.
I've still got
next year. Bring them by, Corning. Well, we do have a sort of a bring and buy that we is in October. Is it in October, John?
Yeah, it's still tabletop sale in October. Yeah,
tabletop sale at the Scout Hut King George playing fields in Hitchin, run by the Black Wolf
War Games Group.
War Games. Yeah, Lazy Pirate, he's the same as Martin, so he cuts off all his little bits and sticks them in pots.
You're madman.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got the patience to cut everything off.
No, I haven't.
Little pots.
Well, I haven't got the space for the sprues, so I've got to.
Yeah, I haven't got the space for the sprues either. I've got like boxes of it.
Mind you, I did take a load down the shop, didn't I? One first Wednesday evening, and just said, "Right, give us a quid if you want them."
Yeah. What's Mort Cirque's painting up a Panzer Camp 3 for the Stalingrad winter terrain. Oh yeah, that's good idea there. Yeah, sort the bits and put the sprues in a dedicated kitchen blender and make rubber out of it. Yeah, I've seen that. People have done that, and that's a good use for them. Yeah, Lazy Pirate. Yeah, I had all the Warhammer Fantasy armies back in the day, but sold them all once it died. Yes, I recently sold all my stuff, but it did get me a nice lot of terrain and buildings. So
I've still got the Empire.
Still got the Empire,
the Orcs, and the Dwarfs,
because
the old world is coming back. I'm hoping it's October.
Not for me. It won't be.
No, mate.
No.
I kept it'd be interesting to see how many people they've lost.
Yeah.
who have gone over to Kings of War, because Kings of War is very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got my 5th edition rulebook
Nice.
and the codexes. Well,
Yeah.
the army books.
Yeah. But I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was on the plastic crack podcast when they were doing. I said, somebody was selling a Mordheim book for £100, and I mean, somebody did say that you can actually download the PDF, or you can actually buy a book now produced by somebody else, but for £30 for the Mordheim. But yeah, £100 for Mordheim, which is quite a lot. Because I've still got the Mordheim book, and I've still got what was it called? The little supplement they stuck out, Town Crier or something like that.
Yeah.
I think
Never
it
did
was,
more than.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they brought out the little books with the newer gangs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting that. Good idea. Kings of War is such a better game than Warhammer ever was. I think I tried sort of Kings of War first edition,
Right.
and for whatever reason.
Did you watch the video that I told you to watch? The latest one I said watch.
No, I haven't yet.
But if you go on there, he turns around and says first edition was, a bit not very good. Second edition they improved, and they reckon third edition is the best it's ever been.
Well, it's there are similar crossovers, aren't there now, with the regiment units and the horde units and all things like that. But you can add in magic weapons or magic artifacts or little things like that.
Yeah.
And that was the sort of thing that I liked with Warhammer Fantasy. Not things that totally overloaded and blew things away, but just little tweaks to things. That gave it a little bit of flavour.
When you watch that video, it's something they do touch on is the fact that there's no real powerhouse units. So you haven't got this scenario where I've spent 60 quid, I've bought the best model there can possibly be, no one can actually destroy me.
Yeah.
When you win the game.
And I said Lazy Paint is saying that King's first was trash, second was good, third is better, is ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're probably
I did play first,
right.
I enjoyed first.
Yeah, Paul's Paint Shed is going to revisit 6th edition, but using models from Oathmark. Yeah, that's.
You just said 6th edition. Remind me, the book I bought, George Gush.
Oh yeah, that's what you got, didn't you?
I got a copy of George Gush Renaissance Rules.
Yeah, did.
For anyone who remembers them.
Yeah.
We used to love playing them.
Leon says, Martin, you might have to rebase all your armies. Rumor has it the base sizes are all increasing for fantasy.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
No, not when you consider how big they're making the models now. All the size of the 40k ones, and even the size of the Age of Sigma ones.
They're moving up to a bigger scale.
Friends of General Haig say green 2nd edition. Yep.
We did talk about a few years ago about doing it. Me and Ken did. We were talking about actually doing a Gush game.
Because I've still got an army.
You still got an army base for it.
Mike's models. Here we go.
There you go. You got the army list as well, haven't you? I haven't got the army list. I've just got the rules.
War Games rules. Army lists.
I think the reason why I like them as much, that's the book, isn't it? It gives you all the units, what they look like, the models, isn't it?
Yeah.
The troop types.
Renaissance armies, 1480 to 1650.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Oh, wow.
That was the second set of rules I ever actually learned to
Whoa.
play.
Look at that. Waves of nostalgia I'm feeling. Waves and waves. Wow. Interestingly enough, I've got 2 copies of the rules.
Oh, you didn't tell me that before I bought that one, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't remember.
I literally got it for £3, so I ain't going to argue.
Friends of General Hague's. Yeah, Mike's
Both the
models.
same
Wow.
edition.
I know. It's just it's waves of nostalgia. But
Probably lost it and then bought another copy and then found the old one.
We'll play it though, and we'll think, oh no, we've got to look up all these tables. Now I'm attacking with 10 cavalry, close order. How many rolls down that table do I need to look to work across to find out how many casualties that I do?
Was that one that had windage for artillery as well?
No, not these ones. I don't think.
They're much more complex than a modern set.
Yeah. He has that Jeremy Clarkson smug face. Yeah. I don't like Jeremy Clarkson, but I do like watching The Farm. So I'll probably start watching series 2 soon. Morale tests take about 15 minutes per test. Yeah, that was
the worst one we ever had was combined arms. When we were doing the modern, and it took us 45 minutes to figure out whether a guided missile hit a tank or not.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Which combined arms? Is that the new Warlord one?
No, this is a set of rules that was out in the well, it'd been sort of early 80s, wouldn't it?
Paul's Paint says he saw second-hand copies of WAB army lists at Hammerhead and couldn't believe how much they were going for. Yeah, they are really expensive. We've got some friends who have never gone away from Games Workshop and playing old Warhammer, and they go along to bring out your lead. Is that it? Boil or something like that? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. Boil. Bring out your lead. So it's just old school Warhammer, and they've been talking about getting these books, but they are pretty expensive. First edition monster book. Oh yeah, from his school days. It's yeah, there is some reminiscences as they go. Yeah. So, what have you got planned for the next 2 weeks, Martin? Anything interesting?
Well, I'm going to finish off this War of the Roses that I've been sort of egged on into, and then start either my Hanoverian brigade for my allies for Waterloo, or go on to the English Civil War 28mm, not pike and shot. English Civil War. Well, it's pike and shot, but not the epic scale. Just bought a load of bought a load of 28mm stuff for the English Civil War. Enough for both an army for each side, so got plenty to be going on with.
Yeah. And then, John, what you said you were going to do next 2 weeks?
Over the next 2 weeks, I will get the 6 buildings done. I've got 5 Thracian infantry, which is for another project that I'm thinking of.
That might be my Christmas. That might be my January project.
I've got 12 fantasy figures here to do. Then I'm going to do some more fantasy figures for the following week. so I'm adding every week.
Yeah.
A 40-man English Civil War book unit. And anything else that takes me fancy. Oh, and I'd like to try and get another unit done for me 1812.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of painting to do, but the great thing about speed paint is I can paint a lot because the little dogs that I showed earlier and the Reapers, I painted them in an evening. So
Well,
great thing to do. I mean, yeah, look. I don't know if you can see.
Your blue wash for your...
No, it's not. It's not blue. It's because I'm such a small picture.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what I painted this evening using speed.
I don't know why I'm getting closer to the camera.
Nor do I.
Look at it.
I did the same thing.
I don't know why you've left. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why you've left us so small and not put us back to the other size.
Oh no, I haven't, am I?
You might be able to see the picture better then.
I've got no idea what I'm doing. There we are.
Right. So this, it's not blue. It looks blue, but it's not. It's actually grey.
Ah, right. Oh, yeah. It's just a
light.
Yeah.
Light. Yeah. So I painted that this evening. So I've just got another 5 of them to do.
Another bit there.
So this is for the scenario on Wednesday night.
They're saying that the look at that. Money wise, the Warhammer books for Warhammer Ancient Battles and things, £50 plus. One was £85. Leon says he's seen the Napoleonic one go for £240 on eBay. Cool. I've got the English Civil War one, I think, because they did that, didn't they? I just remember, John, I've got the English Civil War one.
What? English Civil War?
From Games Workshop.
I
can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, but it's got Games Workshop written on it.
Well, yeah, I know it has.
Unfortunately.
You've got to keep some of these bits just in case.
They screwed me over big time, and that put me off them forever.
Yeah, they did really. That's what put me off. Yeah.
I spent all that money, then to be told that in 2 weeks' time it no longer exists.
Yeah, that was it. It was just a starburst of all players, wasn't it? Because we had a really good Games Workshop Warhammer Fantasy Battles group. And as soon as the end times went, people just went, and they were gone. And that was it, wasn't it? So,
and that's when I started playing.
I think it was, for me, it was just the way they did it, that they pushed everything and pushed all the sales, and they just closed it down. So, I mean, perhaps we should have seen it coming, that they were going to pull the rug. But there you go.
Got rid of all the miniatures and then closed it down.
That's what people say. Yeah, we all hate Games Workshop. Sad as it is. Yeah. So there we go. That's the problem. So yeah. So for myself, I think look at doing Keevan's Lancer Miniature Egyptians. Get them. Have a little video on that. I think I've got a battle report that should be out perhaps tomorrow evening or Sunday, or it may even be Monday or next Thursday. It just depends when I can find some time to finish the editing of it. It's if we can get that done. It's just that it's been a bit hectic with a few things, and then we're having all the doors replaced in the house on Monday and Tuesday, so it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think.
Hopefully it might get a bit warm, mate.
Yeah, plus the fact that my wife is still recovering from the surgery on her foot, and that's another few weeks yet to go till she's up walking around properly. So there we go on that. Yeah, so we'll try and get those bits done, and I've got the American Civil War Rebels just sitting there ready to spray when I missed the window of opportunity this afternoon. It was blizzard this morning, and then it sort of turned to rain, and then we had bright sunshine. But I had to go and collect my car because on the way back from Hammerhead, the steering started to wobble really badly from when I was braking at a 65. So we've had new discs at the front and new disc pads at the front. So I could have got a good army for the price of that.
Yeah, but we had cheap.
No, that wasn't cheap. 250. So, but fortunately, didn't have to have the 2 discs and the disc pads at the back done because the last time it came to about 500. So there we go. That's just my spending for the week. But it now works properly, which is a bonus. Yeah, so we get those bits of painting. Get the musketeers finished and based up, and they'll be ready to roll. And hopefully by 2 weeks' time, we might have some bases for the pike. John.
Well, what was that? Yeah, we might have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna live that down now, am I? I'm gonna get that all the time.
Yeah, put it on a post-it notes on your screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll bring it up in the next video as well.
Games Workshop, the models that they make are really nice. You can't say that they're not. They are superb models. It's just the company ethos, I think, really. But
all right, I'll say my 2 pence. Yes, their models are beautiful, but they're not war game models. They're display case models.
they are moved to display case models now, aren't they?
Yeah, there's too much little bits on them. That for a war gamer, if you've got to paint a load,
Yeah.
it's too much detail. That's to my mind. I mean, that's just the way I look at it.
Nice and simple. He's got a sword and a hat and a feather. And that was
And
it.
looks good.
And I just had to stick his arms on. Do you know, I even painted it in 2 bits, John. I painted the arms separately. Yeah. So I even painted underneath the arms.
It's personal preference, isn't it? Because there's people out there that love all them bits and pieces on them and that.
Yeah, take care, Paul. See you soon.
Because I know that from obviously the customers I have, but it's not me.
No,
and it is also, as you said, the way they run the company. I don't agree.
We talked a bit about painting, didn't we, John? And we've now got a stage where we base coat, we shade, and then I look now to see what I don't have to paint. Whereas it used to be I looked to paint to see what I needed to paint, everything that you could see, and now I don't. I think it's a stage of life thing. Paint only what you have to.
Well, it's also the fact that when I was 20, and I was
saying,
when I was 20,
is anyone going to CrackCon this year?
You've talked about it.
CrackCon 5. I have thought about it and was thinking I would like to go, but the trouble is it's the weekend before. No, it's a weekend just after Selwig, so we'd be at Selwig and then looking at CrackCon the weekend after at Derby. So it would probably mean travelling up Friday, stay over Friday, do the game Saturday, stay over Sunday, and travel back Sunday. So I don't know. Just depends on how things are. But certainly we'll be at Selwig, all being well, because we've got to take the trophy back. Which we must do. Yep. Right. I think
we'll keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah. No, they'll come after us. So yeah. I think at that stage we've been going nearly an hour and a half, and I think it's probably time to sort my dogs out before they start getting uppity and barking the house down. Oh, one's moving. No, I think he's just getting comfortable, as you can see. There he goes. What are you doing, dog? It's obviously not comfy enough with his blanket. He's having a quick redesign of his living accommodation. Aren't you? See, all these other people with their cats jumping up and about on their laps and on their tables. I don't get that. There's one. Yeah. You know he's being talked about. And then the other one. You can see they're ducks. They do like ducks, these two. When I feed them, they bring out their ducks for me. That's very kind of them to bring out their kills for their supper. Anyway, what is it? This final look on the chats. Same here. Yeah, all the extra bits I glue on, but only put on what's absolutely necessary now. Less to paint, absolutely. The less there is to paint, the better. Yeah. I ummed and ahed on the English Civil War stuff whether I should stick the swinging swords, and I did in the end. But
yeah, I did.
Easier to paint up. Yeah. So yeah, I got Kings of War tournament the weekend before CrackCon, and a no-go for you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is much the same there. And Lazy Pirate says prefer the dogs to any damn cats. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can't say that my dogs are very keen on cats. The neighbours opposite have got some cats recently, and there's a lot of shouting that goes back and forth. I think they're being very abusive to them. So anyway, we shall aim for 2 weeks' time, if that's okay, gents.
Yeah, fine with me.
Is that okay with me, Martin? As best as we can.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll start in the English Civil War by then.
Yep. See how you go with that, and see where you're up to. So everyone who joined us this evening, thank you very much. And if you're picking it up on the catch up, well, thank you very much for looking at that as well. If you're still around, please give it a like if you enjoyed yourselves this evening. Paul, looking to catch up at Hearts of Lard? Yeah, it'll be good to. Are you doing? I suppose you're doing the social afterwards, are you, Paul? Oh, just waiting for something to come up from Paul, because Gary's going to it as well. Gary Neeson from Paint and Glue 3D printing. He's going as well, so I've noticed. So that'll be good to catch up with him as well. But I haven't put down for the evening soiree, so we shall see. Yeah. Can't do the social wife's birthday. Well, at least you're escaped for the day. Mind you. Good night, Lazy Pirate. Hayes 100. Cheers, and nice to chat to you. Yeah. Last lead pile was my wife's birthday as well, so yeah, they are long suffering, and certainly long suffering in my case. Anyway, thank you very much for all the watchers and the chats. We shall finish off now. So good night,
cheers, everyone.
Yay!
See ya.
Happy wargaming.